Hi everyone, I'm Rashita Sahani. Welcome to PeepingMoon.com, and today we have with us the team of Twisted 3, welcoming Krishna Bhatt, Priya Banerjee, and Soni. Hi guys, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Hi, thanks for having us.
You're welcome. So firstly, Krishna, tell me that how was it to take your father's vision ahead, and you were the creative director before, and now you're directing the series. How has this been?
Oh, it's been a beautiful journey because I think I have learned a lot along the way. From being an assistant to directing shows to seeing him direct, after becoming a director, having gone to his sets and observed him shooting. I've learned a lot more. You learn a lot more once you become a director, I think. And that's something that happened with me. And then when Twisted 3 came along, putting his vision into practice was much more fun because I had many more tricks up my sleeve, many more petras, as we call it, of shooting that I could use. And then Twisted 3 was a very novel experience because it was a thriller.
Yeah.
Firstly, it's a thriller. Secondly, there's so much drama, the cast. So, I mean, there is a lot of stuff that made it very special. And plus, trying to live up to the first two Twisteds is also a big deal.
And Jen, Priya, I watched the trailer. It looks intriguing. So according to you, what was that one thing that sort of prompted you to be a part of this show? The best thing maybe that you found.
There are so many actually. It's not one. Firstly, it's first two seasons have done it was like a great response.
Yeah.
Then Vikram sir, then so you cannot. There was no there were so many other things. So it was just like a immediate yes.
Okay.
For me, I think Vikram sir had come with the script a while back, I think when it was being written and stuff like that. And I've always wanted to do like a proper corporate, thriller drama. And just the idea of the woman being so like powerful and so strong and so ambitious and, just the way Myra is, of course, other than the gray shade that she has, but everything else was very appealing to me and something that as an actor, there's so much you can do with the character, when you play a role like that. There's so many layers to it, right?
Yeah.
Like when you see the show, you'll know that Myra has so many other things that you just see in the trailer or the teaser. So that was very appealing to me, and as it was like a little back and forth before I actually ended up, going ahead with it. And when it did happen, I was like so excited because I knew it would be like a great journey to play Myra.
Okay.
Priya, I think just landed up on the set the next day after saying yes. She said yes, and day one was yes, day two was shoot for Priya.
Literally. Like we didn't even have any workshop or reading or anything. I literally like just said yes, and then the next day I was like giving the most intense shots. It's like, what?
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. And Jay, what about your character? If you could, tell something more apart from what we saw.
I had something in mind, but when after Krishna explained me how the what exactly the character is, I feel like then I should just shut up and let Krishna say about Karan Sabharwal because she explains it so well, like to the T. So I feel that my explanation thoda wo ho jata hai. Krishna, what is Karan Sabharwal?
Basically, you know what? He just wants me to say what I've said.
And I love hearing it again and again.
So basically, his character is very. So I describe his character as Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers.
Oh.
Billionaire, playboy, genius, philanthropist, and so that's
Krishna, just one favor I want.
He just wants to hear it over and over.
Listen,
because
same, no.
He liked it so much. He was like,
I loved it. So just one video, 15 seconds. I want that this is Karan Sabharwal and I'm going to upload it, on my social media. Then what is Karan
because you
Sabharwal?
cannot remember it yourself.
No, but the way she says, with full, and obviously if it's coming from her, it's like, okay, this is Karan Sabharwal.
So Krishna, as you mentioned before, that taking like the past two Twisted, the seasons, got great response. So was it ever worrisome for you to, was there any pressure that the third one also has to be, of the same level or better? Was there any tension behind the mind?
I think there's always pressure to perform better than your previous work. While I was a creative director on Twisted 1 and Twisted 2, here I was a series director. Yeah. So the pressure to I think Twisted 2 was also, there was a lot of pressure in Twisted 2 to do better than Twisted 1. Similarly, in Twisted 3, there's more pressure to do better than Twisted 2 and Twisted 1. I think it happens with every sequel. You have to do better than your previous film. Even I think the Mission Impossible series, you have to. Even Tom Cruise, Bichara, is trying to do better than his previous.
Tom Cruise bichara.
So I think we're all designed to kind of do better now than we did previously, and there's always that pressure that you don't let the audience down, because that's the worst thing you can do.
True. Yeah. And Priya, tell me something you have had. I was just going through your social media, and one after the other, these web releases, and I could see posters of you. So tell me, how has it been in the web era? Can you call it the new ball game that's here to stay?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, in fact, web has been around for a while. It's been a few years now that web, people are doing. I mean, now it's definitely huge. Also, because like you also see the massive movies also releasing on a web platform. Like there's Amazon and there's like all these Z and all of that.
Yeah.
So, and because I always say this, because of COVID, I feel it just got the whole process of web being the future. It just became the present. Because
Correct.
suddenly sat at home and people had nothing to do, and there's so much going on web show. In fact, I had a release during the quarantine and it did so well. I'm sure it did much better comparatively if it had released, if people weren't sitting in. So I think now it's a huge, and also going to the theater is scary, not only because of COVID, but also feel going to the movies is like a full day out ka plan for families. It's expensive, you have to travel, you have to buy food there. So sitting at home, it's more convenient, it's comfortable, you can enjoy anything with your family. So of course, I think, and plus with web, you get the freedom as a filmmaker, as a writer, as a director, you get the freedom of making whatever you want to make. Rather, there's like no censor and all of that, which helps a lot of filmmakers. I feel there's a lot of good shows like Mirzapur and all these shows probably wouldn't have gone on the big platform. So I think it's not the future, but it is the present, and it is only going to get bigger. And I think it's a great time for a lot of people to work on the web space, like from actors to writers to producers. Like,
Okay, yeah, correct. And Jay, what about you? You have been the hero of television for a lot of years, and now you have transitioned into web. How has this been?
It's been good, and I had taken a break from TV from like past 3.5 years now, and see, obviously, you also want in your career to go one level up. So I was, as it is, trying my luck for OTT platform, but I wanted to do something which is weight the worth the wait. So I was like, okay, let's be little, and then now I feel because of this COVID thing, no, ये जो transition होने वाला था, ये 2-3 साल बाद का था, but now it is like now. So I feel now it's all the more like like people don't have content now. People because lockdown में सब देख लिया है.
Yeah.
So now the demand is so much, and I think TV also have to change the game now, because जो audience थी TV की वो shift होके OTT पे आ गई है.
Correct.
So I think I took a right step. Okay, chalo, now enough of me doing TV. Now I think I should focus more on web, and which is the new thing now, and it's gonna be there like for quite some time now.
Yeah, definitely it is. Okay, and guys, the show releases in like 2 days. What is it like? Are you all nervous, excited? How is it?
Butterflies.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see the audience reaction. I think we all are here waiting to see the audience reaction on the 11th. कि क्या मतलब क्या messages आएंगे, क्या DMs आएंगे, क्या Insta stories पे क्या messages आएंगे, what comments are going to come on our pictures. Is it going to be shit, yeah, not as good as Twisted 2?
listen, her saying all this, I'm like, oh my god, you're right. People are gonna comment. People
And sorry,
No problem.
my balance of my phone fell with the fear of what is going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like it's what's going to happen is it's excitement, it's nervousness, it's butterflies, it's everything, I think.
I'm more excited to see this show. I am looking forward to watching. I'm like an audience right now. I'm like, I want
Yeah, same here.
to.
I also am like, this is because this is a debut thing, no, for me. So I'm more excited to see myself, that how, So,
Jetu always wants to see himself only.
I know.
But I'm
He
being
doesn't
honest,
care.
yeah. I'm being honest that I want to see myself, like,
Just see yourself.
sorry, what?
You just want to see yourself. You don't care about the show.
No, I do care, but I'm being honest that I am equally excited to see myself
Yeah.
also.
Like your debut performance and
Yeah.
out there, correct.
कि मैंने
Yeah.
अच्छा तो किया ही है, I know, but कितना अच्छा किया?
Okay. Okay, it was fun chatting with you three. Thank you so much for joining in. All
Thank
the very
you.
best for the show.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.